What's good, G-Life? It's your boy, MC Shadow, back at you with another video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and are subscribed to the channel. It's absolutely free. It don't cost a damn thing, bro. All I gotta do is tap on that like, subscribe, and all that. Help me get into the algorithm. Don't forget to check out my second channel. That's my second channel, Man Society M.O.D, where we talk about stuff outside of the streets. Now, what I wanted to get into was something I was asked, right? My bad. But a subscriber right there told me if I had seen the comments or, any videos about, what American Cholo and others have said that about the southern side imitating the northerners when it comes to their overall stilo and lingo and rapping style, etc., right? They're trying to imitate or emulate, right, what these individuals do. Now, I wouldn't say per se that they're doing it to imitate the northerners, right? But I would say that they're adjusting to the times, right? They're pretty much, monkey see, monkey do, right? More what it was like the black, influential culture that's out right now, right? Like, I think that that's what's influencing these individuals, right? Just the overall swag that the brothers bring, when it comes to their overall, stilo, right? But they just obviously are always going to add that Mexican style to it because they're Mexican, right? So, the Northerners have been doing it, longer because, how they're more cool with black folks over there, even though that they do have their issues, right? They have a better relationship with brothers, right? So to them, maybe being influenced by them, right, happened a long time ago, right? Because the relationship, right, were in Southern, nowadays individuals are, starting to more adjust their stilo towards the brothers, right? Not all, but some, right? So it's understandable why people, could connect the two, right? Could see why, because truly, I honestly don't believe that the norteños are the ones that influence these homeboys. Just because you don't see no northerners or individuals don't pay attention to northerners down here, right? But they do pay attention to the brothers, right? Obviously, the brothers, this is their genre. They are the creators of rap. So, obviously, they're the pioneers, right? So, of course, they're going to have influence on individuals, right? Especially when, they're the ones that people are, shooting to be like, right? They're the successful rappers, right? So I would say that they're more imitating or emulating them than the Northerners, right? Now, like you guys already know, I'm not a hater, bro. And I'm not biased or nothing like that. I call it how it is, homie. You know what I mean? I got nothing against the North or nothing like that, or I'm coming to, and not trying to give them their dues or whatever. The individuals have talent in rapping. I have said this, you know what I mean? I react to their music on my channel, right? We have the battle rap reactions, right? North versus South, right? I wouldn't per se that they make better music than the Southerners, right? Because it's all going to come to what a people preference, right? They preference more of the Chicano stilo, or they preference more of the modern day stilo. You feel me? So I wouldn't say that one is better than the other, right? Because they both have their talented individuals. They both have their individuals that suck too, right? Southerners and Northerners have individuals that can rap. And they both have their individuals that could rap, right? So I wouldn't per se that they make better music than Southern homies, right? I would honestly, if there's one thing I have learned from the battle rap reactions is I would say that they're equal, bro. Like, I can't say that one is coming with more heat than the other, right? Cause shit, man, there's times where there's been so many ties and, so many times I have to be breaking my head right there trying to see which one's better. I should already let you know, the talent in both sides, right? Because if it was one-sided, it would be easy to make these decisions, right? But they're not, right? And even in the comments, you have people, that choose different sides, right? There's sometimes I give it to the North and the Northerners give it to the South. Palabra, there's times that I think that the Northern track was better. And if you read my comments, there'll be fools from the North that say that they think that the Southern track was better. You know what I mean? But it all comes down to preference, right? So I can't say that one side is better than the other when it comes to rapping, right? Or that they're imitating or emulating, right? These individuals, right? I would say that they're more doing it imitating or emulating the brothers, right? I mean, they could say what they want. I mean, but I mean, there's no other explanation for it, right? The brothers' influence. Um, I don't get butthurt at that, right? I'm not gonna be like they're a disgrace to their race, like other people do, or be yapping a good one out there, right? Like I said, just because individuals have a different stilo than you doesn't mean that they're not proud of their culture or they're not proud of their heritage or that they completely forgot where they came from. That means nothing like that, right? It's people just getting butthurt, right? Just because someone's representing different than them, right? They automatically assume that there's individuals, bro. I had a conversation with an individual about this, right? Where they're talking about brown pride and all this and that, hating on an individual because of his swag, right? Yet this individual was roasting that fool about our cultura. This fool knew nothing about our culture. And he's over here talking about get brown pride and this and that. This guy, who may not seem like, that he's all into his heritage, knew way more about our cultura than the individual, bro. As a matter of fact, the individual even deleted his comments, bro. Like I said, bro, you can't judge a book by its cover. You can't, want to now hate on an individual, judge an individual just because he looks different than you or because he represents different than you. There's no proper way of representing Mexican, bro. The fuck does that even mean? You know what I mean? Just because someone looks different than what you're used to doesn't mean that they're not prideful or proud of where they come from, or doesn't mean that they don't know where they came from. See, what it is that people don't like change, right? People don't like stuff, that's different from what they're used to, right? We're creatures of habitat, right? We're people that like to keep everything the same, right? So when stuff starts to change, people have a problem with that. You know what I mean? That's why you always see older people complaining about modern day shit, right? And that's in anything. Older basketball players are going to complain about how basketball's played now. Older football players are going to complain about how it's played now. Shit, even chefs are mad at the techniques that these youngsters are using. People don't like change, bro. Humanity don't like change, right? We're creatures of habitat, right? We like to be comfortable in what we know, right? That's why people be like, oh, this technology is going to doom us and everything. Older people just don't like change, bro. They just don't like things being different. So they start creating all these, or trying to look for all these problems and shit like that, bro. It's human nature. But in all true reality, it's just that they're not comfortable with change, bro. It's plain and simple, right? So that's the reason why individuals have a problem with these youngsters, right? They're just not used to change. Same when it was homies with the slick back hair and the suspenders and the Stacy's and everything and the slacks, They were hitting on homies that were bumping Tupac when they're used to oldies and all that, right? Like, man, buy pants that fit you, they don't like the baggy clothes and then all that. I remember, bro, seeing the older homies, hating on the OGs, right? You know what I mean? It still happens now. Like when I go and chill and there's the older homies, right? And they clown on my pants because they're big and everything like that because they're used to the OG Pachuco style, and they don't like rap, right? They like oldies and stuff like that. So, and none of them are bald, like I said, with the slick back hair and this. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, styles change, bro. So even that bald, baggy clothes and all that, that's not the original style of the homeboys, right? You look at all the old school pictures, none of them homies are bald. None of them homies have baggy clothes. They all have fitted clothes, pinches suspenders, Stacy's. Nobody's wearing Cortezes. Yet everybody associates that as being the Sureño estilo. It's not what it originated as. You see, none of the original homies like that. Right? From back in the 20s and 30s. Right? Shit. That shit didn't even exist back then. So how are they going to say that shit's our stilo? It's not how it originated, right? Like I said, bro, shit changes. And people just don't even fucking bother to even think about shit like that, right? They just live in their own time frame, in their own little bubble, whatever they want to consider, it to be. But in all true reality, bro, people are just trying to be, with the swag in the modern times. They're trying to be hip. They're trying to be in what's in right now, right? They want to be a part of the crowd, right? They want to be a part of, the trends, right? That goes for North and South. So, they're both being influenced by the mainstream media anyways, right? by the mainstream, music. Both groups are being influenced by the mainstream music, bro. Because we can't say that they're the pioneers of it because there's nobody that's Hispanic that has broken those doors, right? It's just the brothers that are there. So they're being influenced by the brothers. Both sides are being influenced by the brothers and their stilos. So we want to talk about where the influence is really coming from. I mean, and I could only come with the facts, bro. I'm not here to, hate on nobody or no side or nothing like that. But I mean, if we're really gonna, speak on facts, let's speak on facts, bro. You know? And I think, certain individuals, when they try to make that point, right? The reason they chose Northerners, um, is because, they just are not comfortable with or they just are not, so into the change of estilos, right? They're not used to it, pues, right? Like, man, I got no problem. Like I said, I've been hanging around with the youngsters, you know what I mean? So this is nothing new, Homies, maybe if you're not used to hanging around with individuals and seeing the change happen in actual real time, then it might come off strange to you, right? But if you're actually in the mix and you've been seeing this shit happening, so it's like, whoa. Like I don't get what I don't get what the big deal is, right? I mean, this has been happening, bro. Why are we really saying something now, right? Or maybe that's just because I hang around. I don't know. But I'm just saying, what are your thoughts? Leave in the comments and shadow we up.